Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Gauntlet here. We've just finished up Europe, and Interlopers find themselves at the top, going to head into the Masters land with us as the third seed there, battling their way through some incredible performances by Wolves and, of course, Flashpoint nonetheless. But, Craig, going into North America, what do you like better, Ghosts or Pandas?
Oh, man. Well, it's not necessarily Ghosts.
Who wins in that death match?
It's not necessarily Ghosts. They've just specified that they're spooky.
Sure. Okay, so it could be anything that's kind of scary.
It could be anything. There's a lot, like, it could be like a horror movie.
Okay.
Or it could be like, one of those, like, fun houses, right? Where there's a dude in a skeleton suit that's like, ah!
Does any of those beat a panda, though?
I mean, is the panda awake?
No. But hopefully you are, because there's an opportunity to get some really cool promotion stuff coming out today. We also have, of course, the double up bonus, which means you get 20% extra gold. You get 20% extra XP when you play with a party. And, of course, if you got a booster on top of that, you get yourself just some serious stuff. Get those loot chests.
Grab your friends, man. Go into, like, the Reddit. They got some Discords. Find some people to play with. Get that extra experience in gold. Start getting your characters hooked up and looking pretty fly.
100%. And FN01 Fernando is here. You wrote the voice pack for this one, correct?
I did. Ton of fun. Especially love working with the voice actor. And it came out pretty cool. I even made him do a goofy Spanish accent for some of the jokes.
Yeah,
just to make fun of the base Fernando, right? Because it's such a fun little skin. So it was a blast, and it's a great skin, man, with the blue effect. We saw it in our first game of the day. I loved it, even if the Fernando lost, but that wasn't the skin's fault.
No, it absolutely wasn't. Of course, here are the standings as well. Panda Global versus Spooky Sports. You already know what teams are playing, and we'll get to the map screen as soon as possible for you all. Going into this game, Panda Global used to be Xenasy, and now, as we see the maps here, they're with the new name, trying to make a new name for themselves in this North American esports scene. Jaguar Falls and Frozen Guard will be the banned-out maps. Stonekeep, again, kind of that first starting map.
Yeah, nice and solid, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just go in and you do your thing, and your opponents do their thing, and whoever has a better thing wins.
Absolutely. So this is just an incredibly good opportunity for Panda to show their stuff against Spooky, and Spooky as well, not getting on this large stage that we have right now for the Paladins esports. This is their first time, and they will make a good use of that first pick. Makoa goes the way of Spooky Sports for number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Makoa, we've seen him first pick pretty much all day, except for the Bomb King.
Yeah.
Barrick on the other side, I mean, such a solid tank. That shield up so frequently and able to mitigate so much, but with Lex.
Second pick?
Second pick is
North America.
a little early, but, I mean, he's got the damage. And he's pretty good against Makoa, right? Because that shield, you take down the shield, it doesn't have that much health, and then you got like 16 seconds, free ults. Even if he's in his ult, you can still execute him. So,
oh man,
really solid pick. Grok for Spooky Sports along with Shaolin. So that 1-2 damage dealing combo. But Panda Global, I mean, are we going to see the Bomb King, or are we going to see the Drogos that were so huge?
Well, that's a good question. We've seen Bomb King here largely. Tooney has been one of the players to play Bomb King.
There you go.
Tiny Fetus also likes himself some Ruckus, but we will see the Ying picked out here. So they'll largely be able to flex with some of either the Ruckus at the last part to be able to get a little bit more tankiness. We've seen the teams go for the Pip. I think North America, they like Pip as well here, but we just haven't seen it completely utilized in the last few games in EU, unfortunately. So not sure if they're feeling the flavor of the Vulpine today. Androx is the Godslayer, picked up last though. Decent comp for
versus
Spooky.
Pistols, man. It's a pretty solid matchup. Lex against Androxus, right? And the real thing, I think, is, Lex, he's good against the dash, right?
Sure.
Androxus is using another step. You use Pursuit, you chase him down, gun him down. He can't really avoid you. You just got to be careful about the reversal. There's Drogo's last pick, a little bit late for him. Honestly, I would have expected earlier Drogo's just because of how good he is, but it'll be able to do a lot of damage here, right? The Grok and the Makoa often very close to each other in the front line. So let's check it out. Spooky Sports is going to be on the blue side. PROJ playing Desert Shadow Shaolin, my personal favorite. So you can sneak around and just get those easy impales. Fire on Androxus with Darkstalker for the 3 charges. And Amos Leviathan, so tanky Makoa coming out. Spirit Trojan from Badmit. I think it complements the Makoa card, right? Super tanky in the front. And yo, that is not Maelstrom.
Yeah, Totemic Ward looks like he might be shifting onto that. On the other side here, we see Rude. He's going to be playing Drogos, Combustible Drogos at that. Z1 Unknown, Death Hastens, Lex, Smidgen, Ying, Lifelike, all together. Tooney, Accelerant, Bomb King, Cacanuck, running Fortified Barrack as we head into the game here. Z1 Unknown largely going to give his team a little bit of the advantage to where they're grouping up. Right side it is, and already Death Hastens making quick work of the Makoa, forcing him all the way back, and now they know exactly where the grouping is. Just going to reload real quick. Got the Magnums firing 0.7 per shot in terms of the fire speed, and now trying to figure out if he can get a couple of bits of damage. They're just going to heal up off of the pursuit. Like that choice, and gets a little bit of free damage as well.
I mean, this is what Ying is so good at, right? Because you got the illusions all over the place, just spot healing whoever needs it, and it's so efficient because it's not that head-up fight where just one person's taking all the damage. She's able to spot heal everyone, but first blood, man, it's going to be Maldamba going down. The support dies first, and Spooky, they just can't get on the objective.
Tooney largely 1v2ing there, goes down. As a result of amosts and Grok just basically wrecking him there. Rude will find a kill onto Eledrax, and now it is just very bad news bears for Androxus. But since such an early Lex, I feel the Androxus was largely picked here, although it hasn't made much of an impact in this game yet for Spooky Sports to kind of counter some of the stuff that Lex can do. That reversal actually going to block that execute.
Yeah, it will act as a shield to block the execute for you and people behind you. Androxus' reversal fundamentally operates like a shield, though it is not actually a shield. But, you know, Panda Global, man, they've got a good opportunity to push forward here. They're nearing their ultimates. Lex the highest with 97. There it is. Yeah, and he just needs the opportunity, man. He could take out that Makoa from 65%, though. He didn't need his ult there. Makoa was out of position and taken down.
Big time headshots coming out here for sure. And look at that. One in the air, maybe trying to finish it off. Doesn't matter at all. He's going to go down and keep everyone in spawn. This is largely Panda Global coming out strong here over Spooky. And admittedly, we have seen a little bit more of the kind of the hard contention coming from the lower end teams, just not having a bit of as much of a chance as the lower end EU teams against the higher end NA teams. And Spooky seemed to largely just be dominated here in this fight.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble. I actually like the Drogo's ult there. It didn't get a kill right, but it delayed the amount of time that Spooky had to actually leave their spawn. When they came out, they just didn't have a chance to set up, didn't have a chance to use any of their ultimates, use any of their abilities, and now up 2-0. Panda Global's in a strong position, and the real thing is the difference in credits, right? We're seeing 900s here, where it's 400 for the tank on the other side. Amos on this Makoa, right? He's gonna have Master Riding and what else? Whereas Cacanuck, man, he's got options. He could get a rank 2 and a rank 1. He could get 3 rank 1s. He's got some good money there, and he's going to actually go for the resilience and the master riding just to get into the point and never leave again.
I don't mind it because, of course, the Maldamba, maybe he's getting stunned by the Maldamba. Maybe he knows the Dread Serpent's a big deal. Maybe PROJ's Impale wants to get out of the planet a lot more, of course, and just the slows coming out from Grok's
Dread Serpent,
Shock Pulse, all those things will be mitigated by resilience. If you haven't checked out the item highlight, you might as well do yourself the favor there. Over on the left side, Tooney just covering his bases left and right. Now he's going to throw the Grumpy Bomb on the point, move over to the right side. Accelerant, such mobility. And oh, wow, Amos will find himself stunned, but Resilience will get him up just enough so that he cannot be free-fired on by Tooney and go into the Shell Shield a little bit more preemptively here. 42% now for Spooky Sports. They've largely taken the aggressive path this time, Brett.
Yeah, but they have to fall back, and their Makoa, man, he's so low, healing up, but not enough. It's Tooney finds the kill on the left-hand side, finds another, as Fire is going to take down Z1, who hasn't really had a huge impact in this game, because it's all Tooney. He's taking all the kills. Can't make Lex look good when you've got nobody left to kill.
Unreal stuff there, and just largely incredible in terms of, you know, the ability for Tooney to just zone and get on a rhythm with this Bomb King. We've seen him in this map be incredibly successful. We've seen him as Bomb King be incredibly successful, and another double kill. Tooney is largely just finding anybody and everybody on the side of Spooky Sports and finishing him off yet again with the explosion damage. He will get it in a 3-0 for Panda Global right now. Looking good.
And the big thing is finding the opportunity to push in this final courtyard and look for the victory. Amos, man, he's got to find a good hook, and I don't think we've seen the pluck and the kill combo coming out of Mako and his team so far this game. Just nobody from Panda Global has really been out of position, so 2 minutes left. They're pushing around the final bend, and they just got to get in this courtyard, find the opportunity, and, you know, maybe it's just Barrack, right? Maybe he just charges it and drops the dome shield. That's as good of a way as any to really start this final fight.
Uh-oh, Tooney going in, trying to find some big damage. Oh, he's actually not going to stun out the Grok, but he'll do the damage, get the double kill, and he takes 2 down with him. Godlike for Z1 Unknown as well on the Lex, and the execute is almost ready for them to be used, but it's actually not going to need to be used here. We see Rude just zoning
this again,
out,
right? It's good.
They've largely given up. That's it. Panda Global.
Yep. Solid and clean. I love the Bomb King, though. Shout out to Nick. He would have loved to see it. The Gale totem did immune the Bomb King.
Yes, he's already expressed that he's been, you know, wrong about some of those things, and he's had those things happen to him. So he's obviously not able to.
I wonder if his ears are feeling.
They might be. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway,
man, let's check out this damage. I'm curious about the Lex, and 40k is pretty freaking solid for what I think was sort of like a secret top eliminator, right? 20, but I wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't the big impact kills, because that was Tooney.
Absolutely. Tooney just had those big finishers, and, you know, with the BK, you know, with the blasters like that, with Rude, you know, occasionally when you see their big numbers come out, they're so much easier to be able to clean up and get the last hits than some of the other champions who maybe are poking here and there. Talking about like the Barracks, the Yings, the Lexes even sometimes, just really able with Death Hastens to poke down 39,000 damage, 1,400 credits, largely staying even with this team there.
Yeah, I mean, it was solid. You know, you kind of expect Lex to do pretty well in the credits. Tooney obviously getting some big streaks and some big kills, but Lex is usually pretty good in that regard. Serpent Beach, man, another nice, easy map, and what I love about this, Panda Global, they don't need to show anything. You don't show anything when you play Stone Keep. You're not showing any secret strats or positioning. Same thing with Serpent Beach. People have played this map so many times that I'm not going to say it's solved, because really that's not really the case in a multiplayer game.
Right.
But people know the sorts of things that the teams do on this. You're not really giving away secrets when you play this map.
Yeah, exactly. You're just a pretty standard map, and like you said with Stone Keep, it's pretty good, astute observation as well. Not really giving too much away, and will lead in the advantage if they have to play yet again. It looks like it will go Panda Global's way if things continue.
Now they get Makoa.
And they go ahead and grab it. Spooky Sports, though, taking away the Bomb King right away. So I'm curious on Spooky who's actually going to play the Bomb King.
That's the thing.
We actually had a team from the Challengers Cup, and he's now able to be playing here, and we'll probably see him today here. Avuli, who was one of the just masterclass Bomb King players, and we didn't see him. He came out of the same situation that Spooky Sports are coming out of. So I wonder if they'll show up with a masterclass Bomb King that we haven't really seen here in the big stage.
I'd love to see it, man. And because the thing about Bomb King is he's good. We know he's good, but you just got to have someone who can actually play him at that high level, especially since he's just really starting to come on the scene in force recently. But, you know, Shaolin, Ying, and Makoa, those are old standards. It's going to be a solid draft from Panda Global. There's the Torvald, first one of the day. Maybe group him up with the Ruckus, right?
Yeah, that
someone who
could
could do a bit more damage.
That could absolutely work for them. Panda Global, they've got 2 more picks left now, Lex and Bomb King. Top 2 picks for both teams. Very, very interesting. But they will basically be playing against themselves here, their own individual meta within these 2 teams. And Spooky Sports know it's all on the line. So Androxus will be given up to Z1 Unknown. Largely made his name off of Androxus and Drogos for Rude. Yet again, I'm surprised with leaving that on the table, considering how good of a champion he is and how much Rude kind of, I think, banks on playing Drogos. And he's just largely been known in the community as a Drogos player. So a little surprised that they don't give it away.
Drogos could have trouble in this match, right? Like, Victor and Lex, man, they got the hit scan. They can shoot him out of the sky. Bomb King's not that bad against Drogos because he can air detonate. So if you've got the aim, you can really nail those shots. Rude, I like this decision to go combustible, right? Instead of the mobility, he's just going to go for the damage. Godslayer so far in Z1 Unknown. Make sure that he always gets reversal and it does a little bit more damage. Lifelike for the split healing on the entire team. Tooney with recurve this time, and Cacanuck gonna pluck people out of position and heal that big hit of damage.
And Lex fire here is gonna be on Lex with Death Hastens. Eledrax, yeah, going in Victor Gunnery Aim down sights, bonus damage, accelerant, Poppy Bomb for PROJ. Let's see how well he plays it. Spirit's chosen for badmit, and amosts running field study Torvald. Solo tank Torvald, gonna be a very questionable kind of thing here. So we'll have to see how that works out.
I mean, they got the damage, right? Like, maybe they can just tear through the front line of Makoa, who, well, I'd say he's a better solo tank than Torvald. He's still not like your super big primary frontliner, but PROJ, man, already dead. Tooney from downtown, and Victor doesn't even get in position to do damage.
There's no damage done. In fact, all the damage was with the Z1's Androxus onto PROJ's Bomb King. And look at this, just trying to set him up. Didn't actually hit an impale arrow. There's nothing to impale him into, and they already get the kill. Cacanuck going pluck, getting that extra bonus damage here. Victor getting poked out again thanks to the Shaolin. And this just largely, Kret, looks like a little bit of a class difference here. Panda Global, you know, they've won that first week. We're questioning, just like Interlopers, whether it was a fluke or not. But again, man, with this comp right here, Spooky Sports haven't even touched the objective.
Yeah, they didn't get a chance, right? Like, just immediately zoned. And Torvald, honestly, he's not really going to be able to push through that, right? Like, you just don't have the tools to really walk forward into all of this fire from all over the place. You really got to be more careful and use your corners, use your recharge over time to get that shield health back up. And now the 1v1, man, it's a nice reversal. Z1 not going to find it, but it's looking good. And PROJ, he's low. He's going to have to heal back up. Maldamba has to heal him individually, so probably just waiting for the out-of-combat healing, and now he's going to be able to do damage again, but is it really enough? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the real thing there, the issue I think with Z1 really tried to fight him on purpose and tried to just fight him heads up. You know, damage
in
champion.
Corners,
exactly. Damage champion, especially like Bomb King, controls space so well. Doesn't need to hit you directly. I don't know. That was a bad fight to pick. Maybe just feeling a little too confident going into that one. 1 minute and 33 seconds here on the push. 1-0 goes to score for Panda Global thus far. Eledrax trying to hold him off for Spooky Sports in the back line with Victor, and he's got a barrage ready to do so.
Yeah, but I think it's all about the angle that Z1 takes on that Androxus, right? Like, if he can get behind someone and eliminate them, that's going to be exactly what Panda Global needs to open up this engagement. Rude, he's actually a little on health, and Lex, he goes out of position. Comet slide down into the fray. Now PROJ fighting 1v1. He's got the advantage there, especially with the Torvald shield. Nice timing on that one.
Really good. Oh, Poppy bombs as well after the King Bomb setup. Goes in the air. Cacanuck could take a lot of damage here. Detonate hasn't come through. PROJ gets another kill. Great plays there coming out from PROJ. Actually, largely unknown there. Looks like they're throwing the Poppy Bomb, then going into the ult, then popping it. Not something that I'm used to seeing players. Usually you see the Poppy Bomb go into the air, then activate the ult, but very, very interesting. Maybe it just gets it that much quicker of an impact when you're able to land.
Yeah, I think he just wanted like the more immediate ultimate there. Now Tooney in a fair bit of trouble, eating a Dread Serpent and a few bombs after that. There have been enough ultimates used by Spooky Sports that I think they've bought the ability to defend this one, but you know, now they're maybe in a tough spot, right? Like, you've got a lot of damage coming out from Panda Global. It's very close to the end, and actually, it's going to push right in.
They just let it slip. They don't understand the damage Smidgen was pulling through, and he was able to actually get things done on Ying. Just the healer that, you know, you don't expect to come out with an extra 600, 700 DPS onto what you're expecting, but when it does, it could change your safety levels, right? You're kind of on like alert, and then it's like, oh god, hit the red button, high alert.
Yeah, because you know, when you're a high level player, right, you're sort of thinking like, all right, how much damage am I taking right now?
Sure.
When do I need to get behind a wall? When am I in trouble? Am I getting healed? You're doing all this algebra, right? And then Ying is just, she's a healer. You're probably not thinking about her, and then like, boom, there's that extra damage, and it's gonna throw off your calculations. You don't get out in time. And Smidgen, man, he just knows how to do that. He knows how to hit the damage at just the right spot. And now, while there's a Torvald ult, which honestly, decent on Serpent Beach, you do have the angles to throw people in the water. I don't think there's really going to be enough setup here for the Torvald ult to really go high, but Z1, man, just dies to Lex straight up.
Absolutely there. Z1 just getting taken down, and there's amosts going in with the Torvald, and oh boy, gets impaled here. Smidgen trying to do the damage, pops the ult, I think, but no, actually going to have it still. Wasn't able to get that off, and goes down without being able to dimensional link as well. So Spooky Sports, a little bit of a 42% advantage here on the objective. This is the moment they've got to turn it around, but will they be able to is the question.
You know, I love that fire on that Lex is make sure he's got the reveal on Z1 Unknown, who's really the flanker, right? Trying to get that out position, but if you're just there to fight him, man, you can really do a lot. Speaking of which, Eledrax just absolutely astonishing damage from downrange. Victor can do so much, but when you're standing in a gourd and taking fire from the Shaolin, it's going to be pretty rough. Shaolin does fall to fire. Z1 finds the return kill.
And Rude here trying to finish off Torvald, knows that he's going to go down, but might have wanted to save him there just to stagger him a little bit more for his team. That could be all the difference in terms of them being able to go in at 5 or have to rush with one of their flankers or their healers and just being able to reap them off. And here is some serious damage, but Tooney looking to follow. Great barrage timing, but Z1 Unknown is able to clean up way too much, and he's just burning Torvald's shield as much as possible, and he's going to help take down badmit, who Rude gets the final kill on. Z1 Unknown yet again doing everything that we've known about him, and that is getting kills and helping Panda Global to have success. Objective captured 3-0, already leading 1-0 in this set. Nice flick shot, and he will put his team in the position to win.
You know, I think that Bomb King ult was just popped a little too early, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love the barrage follow-up. That's what I want to see from more teams.
It got Tooney to stop firing.
Exactly, but the problem is he only hit one person on the point, and sure, they died, but there was a Shaolin there. There were more people there. That ult needs to be just a little bit bigger. Yeah. Actually, a mid-air collision between Bomb King and Drogos. Neither player really expecting that one, and Rude just seems a little shaken, like, oh man, did I just hit a Bomb King?
Two ships passing in the night, right?
Yeah.
Not really sure, and they just go on to do their own thing. Look at Eledrax. You want to know, just literally walks right up to him, gets the flick shot as well. He's been practicing in the training range, and he knows how to get those.
Send in the love.
Make sure the love revolvers get sent to victors around the world. Rude in the air. A couple of shots, combustible looking to find some damage. Will not hit the fire spit. PROJ likely trying to just zone him out here. Again, 1 minute and 30 seconds for them to hold. If Rude can find a big salvo, a big pick, it could mean all the difference. And if he goes down here as well, it could be huge. But PROJ likely, the hunter, almost became the hunted, but he takes down the dragon.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needed, right? Like, those air shots are not the easiest thing in the world to hit, but he got it at just the right time. And now the Eledrax is behind him. He doesn't hear the footsteps. He didn't hear the shot. But he's just diving into the fray. And now Maldamba could be in a bit of trouble, but it's Torvald from behind. And when Torvald is right behind you, man, you're in a tough spot, right? Because the moment you turn around and realize it, he's like, all right, I silence you, and then I kill you.
And meanwhile, just that constant DPS. It's just, it's a matter of time. It's not it's no skill shot that you're wondering if you could juke it out. You just know that it's just happening.
You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it. It is just happening. And there, it's trying to work, but is it working?
Oh,
Double kill for amosts. Z1 Unknown and Rude will go down, but they will have one more chance.
And the two flyers as well.
Yeah.
Was not expecting that. I mean, really, I think you're looking for, like, the Shaolin and the Makoa.
Right.
Those are the guys you're trying to send off. But no, Z1 and Rude must have gotten caught with their movement abilities down. They're going to fall. And, you know, we could be looking at the 3-1, which is not impossible, but it's going to be rough. Spooky Sports are down 1-0 in this best of 3. If they lose this game, they will not have a chance at going to Smite Masters. So this is all or nothing. And Eledrax,
big time, Tooney.
He's going to find nothing.
Gets 2. Tooney gets 2 in the hallway, and he has just helped his team to get the momentum they need. They could push this in. It could be the end of the game right here. Edaze is available. Will he pop it? If I were him, I might just try to do so. But Tooney is going to do regular basic attacks just to finish things off. He's stealthed out. Panda Global with a 2-0 zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day, finishing things off.
It was looking
very quickly
safe from Spooky, right? Like, they were like, I think we're good. And then Tooney, man, 1-2, get the kill on a Victor, opens up everything. A whole new world of chaos and bloodshed.
Ooh, wow.
Panda Global push right in, get that kill, and go to the next round of the Gauntlet.
I was thinking Aladdin, and then you just took me to, like, blood,
like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
you know that song, like Hellfire?
Hellfire.
Yeah, I can't sing, but one of my favorites. Speaking of Hellfire, man, this Androxus, you know, I think flanks have been a little bit out recently, but this is what we've seen in the past from these heavy mobile damage dealers, right? Like, Androxus swings, man, and he's safe too.
Well, this will kind of sum things up. Basically, Panda Global, they dominated over Spook Esports, so they will be moving on into the next game, and this is where I think a lot of us have been wanting to see here, the rematch between the 3 and 4 seeds. Panda Global, they've made it to where we expected them to. AGG now will be their opponent. This will determine between the 3 and 4 seed, AGG and Panda Global respectively, from the Masters qualifiers, fighting one last best of 3 set to see who will be the North American Gauntlet winner. It is going to be an exciting match as well. We'll have that coming up for you right after the break. Cret and I will be casting this one as our last of the day. The action's almost getting done, but remember...
I'll miss you, buddy.
I'll miss you too, man. This is fun. But you know what? We have a whole Master's Land coming up. This is all just prepping. It's just laying the ingredients out so we can cook a great meal.
I think I'll let you handle that one, though.
Okay.
I think I'll let you guys handle that one.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll get you on the desk or something.
Last time I found out a week before the cast, so maybe that happens again. Who knows?
We'll see,
It's
man.
all fun and games.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Go on a quick break, and then we'll be right back with the final game of the Gauntlet.